This year at the Shrine of St. Anthony of Padua over in Mount Airy, we're actually going to be having a mini Advent retreat series. And for 3 consecutive Wednesdays, we're going to have a talk, and it's titled, Leave a Chair for Christ. Hearkening to this idea that in this season we're often having Christmas parties and we're inviting people over. It's important to make sure that there's a seat at the table for Christ, that we make sure that He's a part of the plans, that He's a part of what we're doing. The first week is recognizing that anytime we have a party, we have to put out an invitation. We ask, who do we want to come? And maybe it's somebody we haven't seen in a while, somebody that we'd really like to reconnect with. And so the first week is looking at that holy longing, how we have a longing and desire for a deeper relationship with the Lord, and how Advent is a time for reminding ourselves of that. Sometimes we take things for granted. Maybe we go to church every Sunday, but we forget why we do it. Or we take for granted our prayer life, or how important God is in our lives. That it can always be even more, that it can be even greater. The second week of the Shrine Mini Retreat series is focusing on leaving room for Christ, or making room. It's about putting aside the things that get in our way, and most of that is internal things that we find ourselves too busy for God, or too busy for family, too busy for friends. Advent's a time to take a step back from that and to realize, why am I getting so cluttered? Why am I allowing these things to get in the way? Oftentimes we're so busy with work so that we can earn a paycheck, so we can provide for our family. But if we're not spending time with our family, it really becomes meaningless. It's to take a step back and to realize, what was the whole point? If I invite my friends and family over, if I invite Jesus over for dinner, and I'm spending too much time in the kitchen and never taking time to be with them, then what was the point? And the third week of this retreat series is about anticipation and about joy. Allow ourselves to get excited. Advent is, of course, a joyous time, and we see all of the decorations and we sing the Christmas carols, and allow our hearts to just run wild with joy and excitement about it. Just revel in the mystery of it all. Feel like a kid. Remember those days when you just couldn't wait for Christmas? Well, now that we're older, we should be able to even appreciate it even more, because we get a deeper sense of what it really means. We've had a taste of sorrow in our life. We know what it is to feel alone at times. All the more exciting that our God and Savior was born into this world, that He's come for us, that He walked among us, and that He calls us each by name.